Like, Mr. Beast is a monster, and the games that he does are really cruel and sick. They actually had called a one kind staff member of the only three kind staff members that I came across that were like really concerned about the well-being of all the people that were so distraught, had actually come to me and asked me if I was okay, and I told them I wasn't. One of them had called a psychologist to come on set and talk to me, and that psychologist had even informed me that shows like Mr. Beast, and I'm assuming probably similar type game shows, they kind of destroy the contestants. It is extremely psychologically damaging. And I really think that it should end, or they need to redesign it in a way that is more psychologically safe.
Mr. Beast is a name that has become synonymous with generosity and jaw-dropping stunts. With over 100 million subscribers, he's the most followed individual on YouTube, known for his incredible acts of kindness and philanthropy, from giving away millions of dollars to strangers to funding large-scale charitable projects. Mr. Beast has built an empire on the foundation of giving back and creating sensational content. But what if I told you that the man behind the kindness is now at the center of a massive controversy?
Mr. Beast is in some trouble, and it all has to do with a game show that he is filming for Amazon Prime. Contestants of the show are speaking out, saying that the conditions that they have been experiencing are unacceptable, with hospital evacuations, people not having enough food or water while filming. People are saying that things have been unfair, and allegedly they are paying people off so they do not get sued.
Earlier this year, Mr. Beast made headlines by striking a groundbreaking deal with Amazon Prime. This deal was set to bring forth the biggest competition series in TV history, a colossal game show featuring 1,000 contestants, all vying for a staggering $5 million cash prize, the largest single prize ever in television history. The Hollywood Reporter covered this monumental agreement, highlighting the sheer scale and ambition of the project. Mr. Beast's game show promised to be an unprecedented spectacle, blending the thrill of competition with the kind of jaw-dropping moments his audience has come to expect. What made this deal even more significant was that Mr. Beast negotiated to retain creative control over the production. This meant that every aspect of the show would carry his unique vision. The show was to feature a series of intense and challenging competitions designed to push contestants to their limits. With 1,000 participants, the scale was massive, promising a diverse range of challenges that would test not only physical strength but also mental fortitude and strategy. The grand prize of $5 million was a game changer, setting a new benchmark in the world of competition shows. However, as filming began, troubling reports began to emerge from the set. Contestants started speaking out about the conditions they were facing, painting a picture that was far from the glamorous and exciting show that had been promised. There were allegations of unacceptable conditions, including reports of hospital evacuations due to lack of food and water, and claims of unfair treatment. Vital Vegas, a site known for its real-time updates on happenings in Las Vegas, where the show was being filmed, began publishing concerning reports. On July 19, 2024, they shared a troubling update and a concerning twist to this story. A source claims Desert Springs Hospital has seen countless patients today coming from Beast Games due to lack of food and water. These reports indicated that several contestants had been hospitalized. But in response to these allegations, Mr. Beast's team issued an official statement aiming to downplay the severity of the situation. They acknowledged that there had been 3 medical issues out of 2,000 participants, but emphasized that 2 were unrelated to the games or production, and 1 involved dehydration. According to them, there was plenty of water and electrolyte drinks on site and a full medical staff. They also assured that all individuals were released shortly after and were doing well. Despite these assurances, contradictory reports continued to surface. Contestants described an environment that was poorly prepared for the scale of the production. A hospital employee shared that the overnight shift had reported 3 or 4 hospital evacuations, describing the situation as insane. Contestants recounted being instructed to provide 5 days' worth of medications, yet many people claimed they had not received any doses during the filming period. Stories of diabetics being denied food and water and reports of at least 2 individuals suffering seizures due to these conditions painted a dark picture. Contestants also highlighted issues with the medical staff on set, describing them as overwhelmed for the number of participants. One contestant recalled a nighttime competition where participants were sleep deprived deprived while exacerbating the already harsh conditions. These revelations not only tarnished the image of the show but also called into question the responsibility and oversight of Mr. Beast and Amazon Prime. Beyond the issues of safety and health, another major concern has been the fairness of the competition itself. Allegations have surfaced about unfair team compositions that have added another layer of controversy to Mr. Beast's game show. One of the most vocal critics has been a former contestant who took to TikTok to share her experiences. In her video, Jonna described the game show in favor of certain contestants. She explained that the initial team compositions were heavily skewed, with some teams consisting of young, athletic men, while others had a higher proportion of older individuals and women. Jonna also recounted how the first group of 400 contestants eliminated were older people and women. She criticized the selection process, claiming it was designed to favor younger, stronger participants. In her TikTok, Jana stated he should have made it even instead of one team being like 50% elderly individuals. Very sexist to have the men forming teams to eliminate the women and give themselves a better chance at winning. The term boys club has been used to describe the dynamics on set. Allegations suggest that male contestants formed alliances to stack the odds in their favor, sidelining and eliminating women to increase their chances of winning. This led to claims that the competition was not only physically but also strategically unfair. The perception of a male-dominated environment where young men banded together to push out less physically capable participants has fueled accusations of bias and discrimination.
People on the show had such a hard time getting their medication. Many people, and these are prescription medications, many people, sometimes they hadn't gotten their medication for 2 days. Some of it was epileptic medication, really vital, necessary medication. I know for me, every time I went to go and try and get my medication, I would have trouble as well. Sometimes just the lady distributing the medication, she would just give me a lot of attitude because I take my medication more than once in a day.
The impact of this game show extends beyond physical hardships. Several former contestants have shared their experiences of emotional and psychological strain. They describe being under constant pressure, with limited sleep, sometimes only 3 to 4 hours per night. Some contestants reported feeling like they were in a prison-like environment with little regard for their health. Meanwhile, Rosanna Pansino has also weighed in on the situation. She has been vocal on social media, expressing concern over the disturbing conditions reported by participants. In her tweets, Pansino described the situation as disturbing and expressed sympathy for the contestants and the damage control efforts by Amazon Prime. Pansino's tweets have brought additional attention to the conditions on set, fueling public discourse and increasing pressure on Mr. Beast and Amazon Prime to address the issues. Her comments reflect a growing concern within the online community about the impact of the game show on its participants, further complicating the narrative surrounding Mr. Beast's ambitious project.
On to the messages. So the messages that I have received from contestants on the show are pretty much all telling a similar story, and I find them to be very disturbing. Some of the messages are from people who have competed and they've been eliminated. Some of the messages are from people who are still competing, and some of them are from people that I personally know who are involved on the show and still doing so. These people are genuinely upset about how things are going. They're scared for not only their own safety, but the safety of their friends who are still competing. They aren't doing this out of spite. They're doing this because they are afraid for themselves.
Now, as the controversy surrounding Mr. Beast's game show intensifies, legal concerns have come to the forefront. Reports have surfaced that some contestants were offered some money in an attempt to keep them from speaking out about their experiences. These alleged offers raise several questions about the integrity of the show's production and management. Contestants have revealed that they were offered money to stay silent about the conditions they faced. This kind of financial incentive to remain quiet can be seen as a tactic to avoid negative publicity and potential legal consequences. It suggests that there may be an effort to cover up the problematic aspects of the show rather than addressing them openly. In addition to these money offers, there are also reports of $11,000 payout offered to participants to prevent them from joining a class action lawsuit. This offer was reportedly made after news of the show's conditions began to spread. The possibility of a class action lawsuit indicates that many contestants might be seeking legal recourse for the alleged mistreatment they faced. The offer of $11,000 could be an attempt to mitigate potential legal damages by providing a financial incentive for participants to drop their claims.
I was a contestant until the end. I also didn't accept their hush money. It was really bad. People were having seizures because they were not getting medication, even though we were promised we would. And it was 100% rigged. They presented it as though the game would be like Squid Games, basically a type of game show where all the games are an even playing field. That was not at all the case. All the games were about speed and strength, so only the young athletic males were at an advantage over the women, and elderly people were also casted. To make things worse, men started realizing that they could take out the women without being eliminated. Guys started tackling and hitting women. 2 girls were tackled and passed out on the field and were dragged off to continue filming. I saw people with broken bones, stitches, etc., and most were women.
Fans' reaction to this unfolding drama has been intense. People who once admired Mr. Beast for his charitable work are now questioning his integrity. A person commented saying, "He is not charitable and kind. We have been saying this. He is the kind of rich person who only gives money to poor people if he can exploit and ridicule them, for crying out loud." Another one wrote, "I have said it for years, Mr. Beast is not a good person. His seemingly altruistic and kind generosity is nothing more than ego stroking and a means to gain views. He does not care about people, and he certainly does not care about who gets hurt along the way." Well, what do you guys think about these allegations? Do you believe Mr. Beast and Amazon Prime will address these issues, or will the controversy continue to grow? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.